Sorry, but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software. The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software, along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway. So, are you looking for a good database? We've got one coming in next week.
The software selection seems to be pretty slim, except for the bargain bin near the entrance. The clerk was right. Only boring applications software remains. The clerk is keeping his eye on you. Ah, the distinctive aroma of Centauri Moon number 5. You should pick something out before you give money to the clerk. A bargain bin containing discount software. The latest bomb from master storyteller Maury Bryanarty, Boom, is a post-Holocaust adventure set in post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode. You don't have that much money. It's the newest in the wacky Jaime Lipschitz series. Jaime, son of a wealthy New York furrier, has gone wild with Dad's frequent flyer vouchers again. Can you track Jaime down and bring him home to meet the girl Mom's picked out for him? Hold on to your yarmulke. Yes, Jaime Lipschitz strikes again. 640K, Ronald MT32, and 3.5 circumcision required. Formerly entitled Heroes Flyer, this is the flight simulator you've been waiting for. Tired of flight simulators that load and run? Still looking for a sim that really crashes? Featuring a stunning 3D-filled polygon, Stunt Flyer will have you going through the roof the moment you get it home. It's here at last, with a combination of SAI, Simulated Artificial Intelligence, and VRAI, Virtually Real Artificial Intelligence. We at Max This Software have created a simulated simulator experience that's unlike anything you've ever simulated playing before. With SimSim, you can create a simulated environment in which you can create any simulated environment you want. Head for the hills, it's coming, and this time it's hungry. It Came for Dessert is a thrilling action-adventure in which a mob of pushy, overweight relatives invade your kitchen. Armed with only a Jell-O mold and a pastry bag, you must repel the invaders, always keeping an eye on your blood sugar level. It's the merriest mix-up since Enemoware's fabulous Defender of the Crown Rib Roast. Following closely on the heels of his hit tic-tac-toe construction set, Phil Fudge does it again. Using a simple point-and-click interface, you construct the checkerboard of your dreams. Fill in an 8x8 grid with squares of your choice, red or black, in any arrangement, as long as it's alternating. Don't like it? Erase it and start all over again. Requires MCGA, CGA, VGA, PGA, or Ta-ra-ra Boom GA. From the folks who brought you Astro Chicken. When it comes to stimulating chickens, Chuck Egger is the expert. And now you can learn from him. Design the chicken of your choice. Over 40 options including lips, no lips, and laying frequency. And take your creation for a wild ride over real barnyard scenery based on an authentic flight model of a chicken. You're in for a peck of fun now. Imagine a character so offensive, so sexually inept, and so lame-brained that you just can't wait to step into his shoes. That's Dacron Danny, first in the Sahara Off-Ramp's new educational series of true-life adventures from the team of How Low Can You Go? Learn how others see you. Dacron Danny, your computer guide to your inner self. Presenting the latest in the award-winning King's Quest series from the still-active mind of aging Roberta Williams III, latest in the award-winning Roberta Williams series, what happens when Old Man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association. You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length. The two guys from Andromeda's latest sci-fi comedy, Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, "Boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place." Try it and see.
Ah! I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to pay for that? I wouldn't try that if I was you. Thank you.
What can I do for you, doll?
I'd like
We're out of it. Would you like to apply for a job?
I can cook.
No can do. What with you being female and all?
What, you male sexist pig?
I am really sorry, miss. This is a male clothing store.
As you change your clothes, you think to yourself that even in drag, you still have incredible animal magnetism. Or is that just a lack of deodorant?
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
It's one of Vohaul's sequel policemen. Seeing as how these guys are trying to kill you, your best line of defense would be a straight one out of here. It's the Zero-G Skatorama. Here the gravity generators have no effect, providing an ideal and unique entertainment opportunity for the entire family. The Skatorama is illuminated by a nearby sun. This way you can enjoy Zero-G skating while tuning up your tan. The dome is made from hyper-compressed titanium oxide silicates. Or is that transparent cardboard? An SQ4 hint book. Yes, it's a reveal-o-matic electric hint revealer. Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module. These symbols look vaguely familiar. Now, where have you seen them? The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time-rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally... Memories race through your mind. You know you've seen this place in your distant past. The low-resolution features look exactly like a place you once visited called Ulent's Flats. Looks like ordinary sand to me, Roger. You don't have time to play in the sand, Roger. There's a whole lot of smelling going on, but the game still makes no sense. Yep, tastes just like you'd expect. It has the dry, itchy, uncomfortable smell of sand up your nose. Don't lick it. Who knows where it's been last? In the distance, you see sand dunes and sky. The smell of the sand fills the air all around you. You will not need to lick the dunes here. You can't taste the dunes, but your tongue gets a good stretching. It's a Walmart force field generation unit. It's supposed to smell like a Walmart force field generating unit, but we could only do 16 different odors in EGA, so it smells a lot like the Time Pod.
Ouch! Oh, Christ! I hate it when that happens!
This closely resembles the left side of Droids Be Us. It smells like an old lawsuit coming back to haunt the two guys from Andromeda. Taste tempting stucco, and what a nice sanding job it does on your tongue. The poor taste of a building is only matched by the poor taste of the architect. It's got the dry, musty smell of a store that's filed for Chapter 11. For all of your droid-related needs, see us when we're open. The sign indicates that this establishment is not open for business. The gate is down, the store is closed. This must be the back of a bar. Some fading graffiti adorns the wall. You don't know what it says, but you're sure it's not flattering. An interesting mix of flavors: stale Coronian ale, regurgitated Coronian ale, and Coronian ale that's otherwise been used and disposed of. It looks like it came from the planet of the warts. This ship must be the Plantar's deluxe model with authentic mosaic upholstery. This long-legged beauty stands silently, waiting for its jet-faced owner to return. As you check out the sand bikes, you wonder what kind of cheeseball would own one. Why would you want to wreck the nice bike? The sign suggests that this place might be a bar. The old bar is still here. The smell of Coronian ale stinks up the place. The aroma leads you to remember vividly your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat. This looks like the bar in Space Quest 1. You see the bar's floor. From your position in the bar, you can only see sky through the window. There is a stage here with two guys singing. You see two guys singing. Fortunately, they play much better than they smell. There's the bar, just as you remember it. You see a book of matches on the bar countertop. You see a man behind the bar serving drinks. Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's the ugliest of all. It's probably the most nauseating thing to smell in the whole family of smells.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmapped wimp? What a waste of VGA. Hey, fellas, I bet I can toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bitch and ale.
Boy, that was close. Hey, how come their bikes can go through the force field?
You've obviously found the location of Tiny's used spaceships. Lucky you! This building is quite small. Maybe this is why it's called Tiny's. This must be the Yugo of spaceships. You wonder why anyone would bother to lock it. This ship is not for sale. At the bottom of this excavation is a small craft almost totally buried in dirt. You remember barely making it back out when the engine died. There it is, good old dirt. Smells like dirt. Tastes like dirt. You hear a high-pitched whine from the east. Boy, that was close. You pick up the book of matches.
Hey, aren't you the guy who broke my slot machine? You owe me some money.
Well, I gotta run. My hog pod's double parked. Hey, it's been swell talking to you.
You don't want to get into that mess again. You hear a high-pitched whine from the east. Boy, that was close. The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. And finally, this is the Sequel Police Dispatch Monitor. At the moment, nothing is being displayed. You are unable to do anything with that now. There's a tunnel leading into the middle of the structure. This tunnel extends out over pipes and beams and toward the center of the structure. Your innate sense of curiosity makes you wish you knew the way to open this thing. None of the codes you punch in seem to have any effect on the door. You have a jar of green acid. Well, there's not much left of the lock now. Thanks to your janitorial ingenuity, the door lock is now destroyed, and you may enter and leave at will. This long tunnel contains 3 circular steel portals, each containing nozzle-like projections. A book of matches! You slide the conveniently pre-moistened stogie between your lips, apply a lit match, and proceed to nearly hack up a lung. The horrid-smelling smoke emanating from its tip would indicate that the cigar is already lit. You cast the old stogie to the ground. The laser beams glow in the smoky air. This maze of cables, ducts, pipes, and glowing panels gives the superbrain computer a sense of being alive. You can't reach it from this level. You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you. It's a security droid. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. The strange light pulses toward the center structure. You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left. Slot A. Insert terminal plug here. The Pocket Pal doesn't plug in directly. Maybe you need some kind of adapter. You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you. You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. And finally,
Pocket Pal connector. If you're a proud owner of our ever-popular Pocket Pal portable terminal, you have no doubt noticed that without the proper connector, it is virtually useless.
A Pocket Pal adapter plug. You attach the plug to the Pocket Pal. You climb up into the landing gear housing. How clever you are. A battered and boarded storefront shows the wear and tear a little war can have on it. It's a lightweight, worn piece of rope. You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope. A crummy piece of rope. That was without a doubt one of the finest examples of bunny snatching I've ever seen. The stress placed on the rope during the bunny snatching was too much. You cast the useless fibers aside. You extract the portable power pellet from the back of the bunny's polyplastoid torso. A darn cute bunny. A battery. You plug the mobile power cylinder into the laptop. Your Pocket Pal now has power. Now all you need is a place to use it. You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left. The keys are just painted on. Yes, it's the Pocket Pal from the people who brought you the Couch Potato Universal Remote Control. It's the Pocket Pal's power button. The Pocket Pal screen displays a wealth of almost useful information. You are here. Maybe if you wait a while, the nice droid will come around to where you are and talk to you.
Take a good look, Roger. Remember this poor wretched soul, for he is your son.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you. It's either an electronic eye or a light bulb. You're not sure which. The heavy iron door looks impenetrable. You see a small keypad. The chamber's interior is filled with hoses, tubes, and wires, and one computer terminal. Probably represents some tertiary function of the supercomputer brain. Certainly nothing important. You've seen this mystic rune somewhere else. Yeah, this looks like toilet material. Looks rather like a security droid of some sort. This is your brain. Had this been a real brain, you would have known how to use it. the Andromedan symbol for life.
Hello again, Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Vohaul. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him first to make room for my mental self. His is on this disc. Say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body, even if it's from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I'll keep it. I guess we'll have no use for this anymore. Now it's time to settle things, once and for all. You'd better be careful, though. Keep this in mind. If I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath. And if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mop jockey. Is that the best effort you can muster? All this space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting old, Roger. I, on the other hand, am enjoying the physical joys of youth.
A large pedestal standing in the center of this chamber seems to be some sort of huge I/O unit for the supercomputer. It's a disk drive unit. It's Roger Jr. The orbs just seem to hover in midair. The ladder leads down to the floor far below. The label on the diskette reads, Roger Jr., Brain Tools, Stunt Flyer.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about. You must be very confused.
Were Vohaul's words true? Are you really my son? You do look a little like me, though not as good looking.
What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times... wait. What am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Vohaul said is true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It's always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up until recently, had made great strides in managing our planet's resources. That included water, minerals, even the talent of our population. We enjoyed peace for so many years, we took it for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was the biggest success story in our history. When the Vohaul virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared for what followed as Vohaul turned our technology against us. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed and tried to fight, some were captured, and some fled the planet. When it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last, long-shot effort. That was to find the only person in history ever to defeat Vohaul. We had to go back in time to find that person. You. We got there just in time.
You had to go back in time to get me. Why wasn't I available in this time? What happened to me? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. There are some things I wish I could tell you, but can't. I know that's not what you want to hear. Believe me, I just can't.
Hey, if you're my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is she?
You sure ask a lot of questions for a janitor. This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she?
What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore.
I don't believe all this. I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you so that history will properly reflect the events which brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. This will seem like it was a weird, fuzzy dream. I must get back to the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of our planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time rip. It will return you to Magmetheus in the Space Quest 4 era. Please, go now. It's time. Dad, I'm glad I got to see you, even if only for a few minutes. Xenon owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad.
So many unanswered questions. The future should prove most interesting for Roger, if he can stay out of trouble long enough to reach it. We're glad you could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4.